Hi there, and welcome to my channel, Missy's Domain, and today I'm going to talk about some celebrity deaths that have happened in the year of 2020 so far. Even though most of us will never know a celebrity in our lifetime, we often idolize and familiarize ourselves with them, often through their work. Whether that be through movies, music, or even sports, we get to know them and often think of them fondly. So it's no surprise when we feel shock or sadness when a celebrity dies. Though many great talents have died this year already, today I will focus on the celebrities that are more widely known in terms of recognizability and fame. Starting off this list at number 1 is Kobe Bryant. He was born August 23, 1978, and he died at the age of 41, January 26, 2020. Bad weather and pilot disorientation were said to be at fault. He leaves behind 3 other children and his wife. He was only 41 years of age, his daughter 13. One quote that I found particularly thought-provoking from Kobe Bryant is, "You're responsible for how people will remember you. It's the one thing that you can control, so don't take it lightly."
My parents were great. Growing up, they instilled in me the importance of imagination, of curiosity, and understanding that, okay, if you want to accomplish something, I'm not just going to sit here and say, yes, you can do whatever you want. Yes, you can, but you have to also put in the work to get there, right? So they taught me that at a really early age, man. And when you grow up as a kid thinking that the world is your oyster and all things are possible if you put in the work to do it, you grow up having that fundamental belief. My father was really influential at a really critical time where I had a summer where I played basketball when I was like 10 or 11 years old, and a very prominent summer league in Philadelphia called the Sunny Hill League, where my father played, my uncle played, and they were like all-time greats and such stuff. And Wilt Chamberlain played in the league, Earl of Pro Monroe played in the league, and here I come playing, and I don't score 1 point the entire summer.
Really?
Not one.
How old were you?
11, 10, 11.
And you're playing against other 10, 11-year-olds? Or you didn't score once?
Not one.
Were you in the game?
I was in the game.
How'd you not score?
Because I was terrible.
Really?
Yeah.
At 10, 11 years old, you were that terrible?
Awful. I mean, and I had these big knee pads on because I was growing really fast, and I had socks all the way up here, and I had like the high top
skinny,
fades, like skinny as hell. And I scored not a free throw, nothing, not a lucky shot, not a breakaway layup, 0 points. And I remember crying about it and being upset about it. And my father just gave me a hug and said, "Listen, whether you score 0 or score 60, I'm going to love you no matter what."
Wow.
Now that is the most important thing that you can say to a child. Because from there I was like, okay, that gives me all the confidence in the world to fail. I have the security there. But to hell with that, I'm scoring 60. Let's go.
Right.
And from there I just went to work. And I stayed with it, and I kept practicing.
Number 2 on this list is Kirk Douglas. He was born December 9, 1916, and he died February 5, 2020. He was 103 years old. He was known for his cleft chin, his steely eyes, and his raspy voice, a true throwback to Hollywood's golden age. He had many hit films in his long acting career, such as Spartacus. One of my favorite lesser-known films was Tough Guys. He starred alongside Burt Lancaster and Dana Carvey in this comedy, a truly funny masterpiece. He has an equally famous son, Michael Douglas. His parents were Russian Jewish immigrants who came to the United States in search of a better life, and their son Kirk grew up to help them realize that dream. His cause of death was kept private. A quote that I picked out from him was, "What would my parents think of America if they arrived today? Would they even want to come? I wonder."
I often thought that one of the bravest moments in my life was one day I was I was about 10 years old. We were all sitting around the table. My 6 sisters, my mother and I, and my father was sitting, one of the rare moments that he was with us, and we were drinking tea, and that time out of a glass, Russian style, and my father was breaking off a piece of sugar and sipping the tea through, and everybody was frightened of him. He was just overpowering, and he was in a mean mood. And I don't know why, suddenly I took a spoon, and I took it filled it with the hot tea, and I flicked it right in his face. Well, I tell you, he grabbed me and he threw me, but I just felt I did it, and it sounds strange, but that is so vivid in my mind, and it's almost like an act that I feel saved me, that I dared to do something. And when you're that young, you think, you actually think you're risking your life.
Yes.
Yes. It's strange. I don't know what made me think of that.
At number 3 on our list is Kenny Rogers. He was born August 21st, 1938, and he died March 10th, 2020 at 81 years of age. He was an award-winning singer-songwriter, record producer, and entrepreneur. He had 24 number 1 songs in his career. His hit songs include The Gambler, Lucille, and Islands in the Stream. His music career spanned 6 decades. Coincidentally, he wrote the opening song to the movie Tough Guys that Kirk Douglas starred in. It was called They Don't Make 'Em Like They Used To. He died of natural causes at his home under hospice care. A quote that I picked out from him is, "Growing older is not upsetting. Being perceived as old is."
I've had an incredible career, more than I ever dreamed. And thanks to you guys who've supported me all these years, I wanted you to hear it from me. And not many people get to see the end of the rainbow. And I think I have. I think I've had the beauty of this career. I love all of you. I love the way you've treated me. You've always been respectful. And I will miss you dearly. Goodbye.
Number 4 on our list is Irfan Khan. He was born January 7th, 1967, and he died at the age of 53 years old on April 29th, 2020. He was an Indian actor predominantly known for his work in the Hindi cinema, as well as British films and Hollywood. He's known best for such films as Life of Pi, Slumdog Millionaire, and Jurassic World. He was often referred to as the man with the magic eyes. He was a struggling actor for many years, with small roles on TV before emerging as one of the finest actors of our generation. He died from a colon infection stemming from the neuroendocrine tumor that he had. One of my favorite quotes from him is, "It pains me when a film actor or a cricketer is a youth icon. They are great entertainers. They contribute to people's lives, but they are not heroes."
There was a film called The Warrior. I was doing television and I was bored of acting and I wanted to quit this profession. And I was losing passion for acting. And at that time that film came. And I lived with that film for 3 months and suddenly, everything changed for me. Everything changed. I rediscovered my passion and I was longing to work in film, cinema, not in television. After finishing the shoot, I couldn't work for 6 months and I was easy with it.
Number 5 on our list is Little Richard. He was born December 5th, 1932, and he died at the age of 87 on May 9th, 2020. His full name was Richard Wayne Penniman. Little Richard was an American singer and songwriter as well as a musician. His career spanned 7 decades. Some of his notable songs were Tutti Frutti, Long Tall Sally, and Good Golly Miss Molly. He was a rock and roll icon. He was able to turn songs like these into huge hits and influenced bands such as the Beatles. He died at home from issues stemming from bone cancer. One of his quotes that I liked a lot was, "Greed has taken over the whole universe and nobody is worried about their soul."
Could I say something?
Go ahead.
Let it all hang out with the beautiful Little Richard from down in Macon, Georgia. I am the king of rock and roll. Ow, ow, ow. My. I just had to do that. Now I feel so much better. I got it out. I feel so real.
Number 6 on our list is Jerry Stiller. He was born June 8th, 1927, and he died at the age of 92 on May 11th, 2020. He was an American actor, also a voice actor, comedian, and author. Known for his roles on TV sitcoms such as Seinfeld and King of Queens, he made his film debut in 1970 with the movie Lovers and Other Strangers. He also has a famous son, Ben Stiller, in which he has starred in many movies with, as well as his wife. These movies include Heavyweights, Highway to Hell, Zoolander, and The Heartbreak Kid. Jerry Stiller died of natural causes at his home. A quote that I picked out that I liked from him is, "During the Great Depression, when people laughed, their worries disappeared. Audiences love these funny men. I decided to become one."
For our first date, I was planning on taking you someplace fancy.
I hope you didn't mind my suggesting Jack in the Box.
I find it refreshing. Some women insist on the most expensive restaurant in town.
A man works hard for his money. It's silly to squander it away when we can get a perfectly good meal right here.
How well put.
Where else can you get French fried wedding rings better than these?
You said wedding rings.
I meant onion rings.
You said wedding.
I did.
You did.
I do.
Boy, you sure put a shine in that toaster, lady.
Yeah, I'm I'm compulsive about shine.
How about the stove?
Sure. Windex shines up a stove as gorgeous as a toaster.
Fridge too with Windex?
Right.
It sparkles like a engagement ring.
It's the ammonia D.
Can Windex do the counter?
And the table.
I bet Windex could also clean windows.
Are you kidding?
Are you married?
Oh, Ace.
Windex with ammonia D shines all sorts of things, even windows.
Last but not least, number 7 on our list is Sir Ian Holm. He was born September 12, 1931, and he died June 19th of 2020 at the age of 88. He was an English actor, most notably known for films such as Alien, The Fifth Element, and Lord of the Rings, in which he played Bilbo Baggins. He began his acting career in the 1950s, and he perfected and mastered his craft for another 6 decades. In 1998, he became Sir Ian Holm. He was knighted by the Queen of England for his service to drama. Throughout his career, he was nominated for over 40 awards, and he won over 25 of them. Shortly before his death, he was unable to participate in a virtual reunion for some of the films that he was in. He later was quoted as saying, "I am sorry to not see you in person. I miss you all and hope your adventures have taken you to many places. I am in lockdown in my Hobbit." I want to thank you for watching this video. I would love to know what your thoughts and comments are, so please leave them below. Give this video a like and consider subscribing. Thank you again.